What's up, YouTube? I get a lot of questions about dual braking casting reels. I think there's a lot of confusion, not just amongst amateur fishermen, but people who've actually been fishing for quite a long time. So in today's video, I'm going to explain to you exactly how a dual casting reel works and how to tune it correctly for the maximum performance. Okay, the first thing to pay attention to when we're talking about a dual brake casting reel is that it actually has two different braking systems. Now, first we're going to talk about the centrifugal braking system. The centrifugal braking system is inside of the casting reel. It actually has to be adjusted manually by either adjusting a dial or by manually pulling tabs out to create more friction. Let's take a look at that. Now when we take a look at an internal centrifugal braking system, you'll see here that there's several sets of tabs or brakes that you can move to make it have more braking or less braking. Now let's say we want to have more braking because we're a little bit newer to using a baitcaster. You're going to take and you're going to adjust these tabs opposite one another to give you some additional braking. You have a lot of different options as to how many brakes you want to put on. I would recommend starting with two on opposite sides of each other, cast, and then see if you're pleased with what you have. Now let's say you're getting a little bit better at casting. You've got all your brakes on. If you're getting a little bit better at casting or you're not quite getting the distance out of your cast, then you just come through and you push these brakes back in. This will turn the centrifugal braking system off. Now, one more thing before we move on from our centrifugal braking system. A big difference between the two is they actually have two different jobs. The centrifugal braking system is designed to help you control your cast at the beginning of your cast, whereas the magnetic system is designed to help you control your cast at the end of the cast. Here's a quick tip when you're using a reel that has a centrifugal braking system. A lot of people complain about hearing whining noise when they cast. Now this is going to be one of two things. The first thing could be you need to put some oil in your bearing. It could be your spool bearing, could be the bearing in your side plate. Now the other thing that it most likely is to be is that this inner drum here has debris or dust or dirt, and your centrifugal brakes are scratching it, which is what's creating a whining noise. So just take a Q-tip with some alcohol and then clean that out and then put a nice fine layer of oil on the inside of that drum. Magnetic braking system is going to have a dial on the outside side plate of the reel. As you can see here, the dial goes from 0 to 10. 0 being the least amount of brakes and 10 being the most amount of brakes. This has an audible adjust, so you can adjust it to whatever you would like or you're most comfortable with. The magnets that you see here inside of this side plate actually move inward and outward as you adjust that dial. The closer they get to the spool means they create a stronger magnetic field, which will help control your cast. The magnetic braking system is pretty simple and is operated purely by the dial. One thing I want to point out on this reel, which is a dual braking system reel, is that you have a tension knob. Now, oftentimes I see people confuse the tension knob with one of the braking systems in the reel because one of them is hidden on the inside of this reel. This is just to adjust the tension to perfect it to the weight of the bait that you are using. After watching this video, I hope you have a better understanding in how a dual braking system works on a casting reel. If you have any questions at all, feel free to drop us a comment. We look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Head on over, check us out on Instagram, and hit us up on Facebook and Twitter. We'll see you on the water next time.